Alrighty, welcome to the PSBS, as a Place Bullshit Podcast. I'm your host, Co-T, PS and by voice, because here is...
Andrew Arenas, double Liz.
Yes, we're back, and we're here for episode 102.
Back in 102? Gosh, now we're above the vault of Fallout 3, and we are risen from the vault, and now we're in the open world.
We're out of the vault.
And we're going to go to DC? No, we're not. No, we have to go to Megaton first, right?
Megaton's first city, and you can blow it up if you want, or not.
Kill Colin Moriarty, and then... Yeah, we'll just progress this podcast's life like Fallout.
I mean, we're going to get to like 111 eventually, right? Isn't that the one Fallout 4 is 111?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we have to like either decide to like save the water right or kill ourselves. So we're gonna just kill the podcast.
But then then we're gonna buy the DLC for the podcast, and then we'll be back.
Oh my god! So we're going to space too and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fallout 3 is coming up on its 10-year anniversary. I mean, it already has like the Xbox backwards compatibility. I don't think we're getting a remaster akin to Skyrim, are we?
Nah.
Huh. Oh well. I mean, they can re-release Skyrim as many times as they want, but
Yes, we will get more Skyrim remasters before we get another a Fallout 3 remaster.
where else could Skyrim possibly be? On our phone soon?
Yeah, the Skyrim mobile for your phone, Skyrim for that Atari box thing,
And for a fridge.
for the fridge. No, I think Skyrim's coming out on Oculus, so that is a new platform it's coming out on.
Oh my god. This is getting out of hand. It's already been out of hand.
If there is a new console coming out or some gaming device, Skyrim will be on it.
We can more than guarantee it. But if freaking PS5... Oh, wait, that's a question that we have. I don't want to get into questions just yet. But, yeah.
Questions and all of that.
Somebody did cheat this week and gave us 2 and 1, but I'll allow it. Because we only have 3.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, but I'll allow it. He did ask 2 questions, but we'll get into them a little later. What do we have this week? Because there was a little bit of stuff, especially the day after we recorded last week.
Yeah,
the week before, I mean. And then there's been some stuff this week.
Yeah, there's been stuff this week and a little bit of stuff last week. So we didn't do one last week because we were a little low on news and whatnot, and we just like whatever. We'll just do it this week, and then we got some more news to cover. So we got a little stuff to cover from maybe 2 weeks ago, but we got to cover it because it's here. And it's exciting, and we got to talk about it.
All right, let's go right in. Let's parachute in.
Oh God. Anyway, it was announced a week or two ago that Spyro Reignited trilogy is coming.
Yes.
It will release in September, September 21st to be exact. It will release on PS4 and Xbox One, and will include a remastered version of Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2 Rapto's Rage, and Spyro Year of the Dragon for $39.99.
Yes, and then also notable is the developer behind this one.
Yes, it's Toys for Bob, the team behind the Skylanders series, is working on this trilogy here.
So not necessarily the same people from Insane Trilogy, per se.
No, but they are taking the same approach. They said that similar to the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Spyro will have improved environments, updated controls, brand new lighting, recreated cinematics, and all that.
Yeah, and the voice actors are coming back too. I mean, Spyro had a lot of voice acting. The whole series.
Yeah, Tom Kenny, the original voice actor in Spyro 2, and Spyro the Dragon will return to voice Spyro in the trilogy.
This is one that I'm actually was more excited to see remastered than Crash Bandicoot because I'm just curious how certain things are going to look, especially in the first and the third game specifically, because the third game you had so much voice acting and a lot of the characters, so I wonder how they're going to look reimagined. And then Spyro 1 is just, the odd one that's just any first game in the series is, and you're just going around saving the dragons from their crystallized shell. Just talking to them. It's an odd game, the first one, just like Crash 1.
Yeah, but Spyro 1 is the one I played a lot. Probably that or 2 is the most I played. I don't even remember if I played 3. Because like I said, I don't remember if I played 3. I can't remember anything else specifically in 3.
Awesome. I can't really pinpoint which one is my favorite. I did like 2 a lot. I think 3 is probably my all-around favorite because it's just the culmination of 1 and 2.
Yeah,
But
because like 2, I know for sure I finished, and then 1, I don't know if I ever finished it, and then 3, I'm not even sure if I even played it because I can't remember anything that's specifically for 3. You know, that's like out of that game.
right.
Um, but I'm interested to play this. It'll be coming out September. Notably, it's not coming out for Switch, or at least at launch. No
Ooh,
mention
that
of
would be a nice Switch game to just kind of save a dragon or two and then just put to sleep and then go right back.
I mean, which is weird because like the
It's a
Crash
little
Collection is
odd.
coming out on Switch and PC. Because I don't think there's any mention of a PC version either for Spyro.
Ooh, maybe we might have to wait. Maybe it's just on consoles for a little bit, and then we gotta. Well, albeit not for Switch, but maybe you just gotta wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little
Unfortunately,
weird. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's why not? I mean, if anything, it'd be just on PlayStation launch, right? Launch exclusive like Crash was.
yeah, but I don't think that I don't think they really wanted to secure that one again. I mean, it's the year for Crash Bandicoot. I'm glad the Xbox people are going to be able to play Crash Bandicoot also.
Yeah,
Even though I got a
but
little frustrated with Crash Bandicoot because I suck, and I just gave it back because I
yeah,
was just like, I'm kind of done.
yeah, but I mean, the only other system I would get it on would be Switch, and it's like it's not coming to
Yeah,
Switch.
I mean, Spyro, especially on Switch, would be really neat, like for the reasons I just said, and yeah, it's probably just got to wait a little bit, maybe like 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, all these good PlayStation remasters coming and going and whatever. Because you know which one I'm excited for. We still have no update on
Yeah, that one we still have no update on whatsoever. Medieval,
Medieval. Oh, where's this Medieval remaster?
and that one
Uh,
was announced last
last
PlayStation Experience, right, or last E3?
I don't remember. I can't remember.
I think it was PlayStation Experience. I think. Oh God,
Okay.
somebody's probably gonna PSN message me and correct me.
Like no, it was E3. And I'm like, whatever. They all kind of mesh together
Well,
to me now, to where it's like I don't know. I can't remember which one was which.
despite the 6 month gap.
Yeah, I still remember it all as one thing because I just remember his press conference. You know, he just it was
Well, both
probably
of them
PlayStation.
weren't really
Well,
that great, so it was like,
no. It was yeah, I think it was PlayStation Experience because I didn't
yes.
watch PlayStation Experience because I was working that day. Where I did watch E3 and I don't remember seeing it. Remember? Um,
Well, there wasn't like a formal conference at PlayStation
yeah,
Experience
but it was
last year.
still a guy coming up and saying, "Hey, we're working on Medieval remaster. Here's a short ass teaser," and it's just like his face and then a little zombie, and that's it. And it's like, "Yep, it's coming 2018." I'm like, "All right."
It could come like at the end of the year,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about it because this is one of those things where like it doesn't really need a lot of coverage. It's just one of those things where like, you know, probably at E3 in 2 months they're probably gonna like formally show it off and say, "Here's the Medieval remaster, blah blah blah. Here's what it looks like, and it'll be out in October or something." You know?
You'll probably get an update out at E3 for sure.
Oh yeah,
Probably it'll probably be like one of those PlayStation blog things on the side.
yeah.
You
But like I said,
know.
I'm not like worried that we haven't seen anything of it yet. It's just it doesn't really need a lot of coverage. You know?
I mean, prioritizing. I mean, it's odd that they announced that one first before Spyro, but I think Medieval is specifically only on PlayStation, so
Yeah, this one's
Spyro's the one
Medieval.
to give us.
Medieval IP still owned by Sony, so this is being developed or being published by Sony, and I don't even know if we even know who's developing it. Um,
That's great.
yeah, we don't even know who's developing it, but that is being published by Sony. Obviously, it'll be a PlayStation exclusive. There was a vague rumor a few weeks back that it actually might include both Medieval 1 and 2.
Oh, that would make sense.
I mean, you get more value out of it, because like we're seeing with the Crash thing, you're getting the first 3 games, Spyro getting the first 3 games. So I mean, it would be a little hard to charge $40 for one game. Obviously we don't know the price point, but just hypothetically, if it like matches this trend of $40 for these remasters, like it would be a little steep for one game. So just include 2, because I mean I like 2. I don't know why 2 doesn't really get a lot of appreciation, but I like 2 back in the day. I don't know if it holds up now.
Or the series in general.
Yeah, the series in general. I mean, there's only 2 games and and already a remake on PSP that wasn't good.
That's why they're doing it again.
Yes, they're remaking it again, but this is different. This is a remaster where I guess akin to Spyro and Crash, where it's the same game, just better graphics. Where the PSP remake was like trying to be the same game, but they changed some things, and I didn't like.
Probably the controls weren't the greatest either.
Yeah, the controls and no, I already did a rant on the PSP version on one episode a while back, and my big problem, basically, just real short, was just they changed a lot of the like the tone, some of the atmosphere of the game.
Hmm.
Like the original game was trying to be the kind of gothic, not like serious game, but it's kind of like dark, kind of like Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas type feel. And then the remake they did for PSP was really trying to light it up and trying to be kind of more funny and stuff, like throw in more like obvious jokes. And the Valhalla place you go to get your weapons is like all floaty and cloudy and bright, which is very different from the original PS1 game where it's all dark and like just a meat hall, you know.
Well, you're gonna hope that they don't do that in this new remake.
Yeah, really keep the atmosphere from the original game. That's what I want to see. And I mean, even Medieval 2 actually kept that aesthetic going forward to the thing, because Medieval 2 was Bloodborne before Bloodborne as far as aesthetics, because it was the same kind of theme, right? Like you're in like an old kind of town, but still had like the little monster things you fight in the town.
Plot twist: Bloodborne is in the Medieval universe.
Yes,
just didn't know it. It's Bloodborne, Medieval 3.
Bloodborne was Medieval 3. Bloodborne was our HD remake of Medieval, or at least specifically Medieval 2.
How come we didn't get a skin for a character?
Oh, that'd be great.
Would that get you to play it?
Yeah. Yeah, that would.
Just the skin of a character?
Yes, I can. If I could play as Sir Daniel in Bloodborne, it'd be great, because then I'd be playing like a really, really high def version of Medieval 2. Maybe
there's like a mod on the Dark Souls PC version that you could play it on, and you just play as Sir Daniel on Dark Souls. Then again, you have to get a PC and
or maybe if this remaster does really well, then Sony will just develop a straight up Medieval 3, but it'll be created by From Software, and it's going to be just exact. It's going to be basically they're going to combine their ideas for Bloodborne 2 and mix it in with the Medieval 3 aesthetic, and then there you go.
Have a really dark,
like it's a really different direction from Medieval 3. Like this third game is going to be really dark, really difficult. But you know, it's from Software, so people are going to love it no matter what.
Well, that's the thing about taking these sudden turns for a game franchise. I mean, hell, we're getting one this week with God of War, right?
Speaking of God of War, we're going to talk about God of War in a second.
Yeah, God of War. It's like, we've had some interesting turns in long gaming franchises. Castlevania is also one that's had a couple of interesting turns. One franchise that a lot of people want interesting turn on next is Mega Man. Like people have been hypothetically stating like, oh man, wouldn't it be interesting if Mega Man was just like an open world
thing,
but like dark and all that, and it was well written and sort of like an RPG.
What if Mega Man was a battle royale and you fight against other Mega Man characters?
Okay, you better slow down.
And when you kill that other Mega Man power, you gain his power. So basically, if you do make it to the end, you have like all the powers of the other 99 people you killed.
Yeah, but what about the one person that hasn't killed anybody who's just been standing in a bush?
Well, that's what I mean, though. The people that hide are going to have a disadvantage because they haven't been gaining Mega Man powers by killing other players. So if you do make it to the end with 0 kills, you're going to be a disadvantage to the guy who killed 5 people and made it to the end. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a battle royale game where you need to get kills in order to like get more of an advantage. I don't think it'll be like PUBG where it's like, oh, you could just hide out and you'll be all right and try to get all the stuff you can. But no, it's like you got to get kills in order to like get more stuff and all that. I mean, you could already have to do that already. And where else are you going to get a level 3 helmet?
Oh boy.
Or, unless you're really lucky, you find a level 3 helmet in the first building that you go in. Like I do sometimes.
No, I think people I think people should just be happy with all these Mega Man releases you're getting. You're getting your Mega Man fix. Like, if you like Mega Man, you're getting your fix right now.
Yeah, but we're just talking about... I mean, dude, we're like 11 games in, hypothetically soon. More than that, of the 2D side-scroller, and it's great and all, but, wouldn't it be interesting if, had like an open-world Mega Man?
Oh, you mean like Mega Man Legends 3?
oh, don't even. Nope.
Nope. Sore subject. Nope. Not going there.
No. We're talking like not that is the style game or Witcher style game, but like I said, the middle, like kind of God of War, Tomb Raider esque game, but it's Mega Man.
See, Mega Man has a son now, and
oh no. Has every single video game iconic character has like grown to the point where they can have a son? I mean, Mario's already kind of.
You're gonna see like a little kid. He's gonna have his little Mega Man blaster. He's gonna be called Mega Boy, and then he's gonna be playing, and then like Mega Man comes out of the shadows. He has like beard. He's all old and rough. And he's like, "My son, we must go on a journey."
I have a feeling that's what like Mario Odyssey 2 might be.
Mario finally has a son, and then him and his son have to go on an adventure.
And Peach has died.
And,
Whoops.
And Mario finally talks in this one, like full on voice acting. So he's like, "My son."
Yeah, because I mean, Kratos talk too.
We don't jump because we have to. We jump because the world makes us. Because I mean, have you seen this shit? Like all this stuff's moving around.
Oh my god! Are we just gonna God of War everything?
Yes, that is the approach going forward. Because
For every game that's like going stale.
Yep, every game is going to take the full-on God of War approach, and you know why they should? Because it was this week. God of War became the highest-rated PS4 game of all time.
And non-remastered.
Not remasters. The game had this article I have pulled up at the time of this writing. The game had a 95% on Metacritic on April 16th. It surpassed games like Persona 5 and Metal Gear Solid 5.
Dang.
Because it's now kind of tied with Last of Us Remastered, but of course that is a remaster.
And like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, and Grand Theft Auto. Well, yeah, to date the highest non-exclusive game is Grand Theft Auto 5 with a 97%. But God of War is the highest-rated exclusive game that was released this generation, not a re-release like Grand Theft Auto 5 or Last of Us Remastered. So there you go, people who said that God of War was going in the wrong direction.
And people still think it's going in the wrong direction even afterwards.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll see actually once the game comes out. But that's what I said.
Yeah, we got to give it some time. Maybe the naysayers will actually play it and be like, "Oh shoot,
we were wrong." What? The internet will never admit that they're wrong. But
yeah, but you never know. There could be the turn where people are like, "Oh, actually, this game was really good. I want more of it."
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is something I said like 2 weeks ago. This is something I kind of was thinking was probably going to happen. Is that the game, was
going to get tens?
Well, the game was going to get like high, like critical praise, and then maybe like the actual like audience or gamers kind of score was going to be lower compared to critics' scores because they were just so turned off by the direction of it.
Yeah, you never know. But then again, it doesn't have the typical gaming BS that has plagued several games like this for the past couple of years, and Sony exclusives generally have pretty goodwill with gamers. It's just hard with this one because it's a different direction, so that's why people were a little hesitant on it. But no, I think once it comes out and it settles and with people, I think it'll be all right. Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. It's just a wait and see game. I mean, the game is quite long for what we heard, and it's gonna take people a little while to beat it, or some people that are crazy and know life it and beat it in like 3 days.
All right, don't talk about one of our friends like that.
Oh no!
A friend we have in common. I remember he got like what game was it? I think it was like Arkham Knight. He played it all in one night. Like
or what about how about we'll target him specifically? How about like several like the people that beat Infamous Second Son in like a day?
Yeah, they got beat Infamous Second day. Yeah, we had a friend who beat Arkham Knight in one night. Well, just the story, not of course all the side mission stuff. Just straight story playthrough. He did all in one night. And even our friend Ryan, when he was on for our Uncharted episode, he was like, "Yeah, I went through Uncharted 4 all in one day." I was like, "Yeah, okay."
No, I spread that out over the course of a month. Well, I think there was like 1 week where I didn't play it, or maybe there's like 1 week where I only played it once, but I spread it out pretty good.
Yeah.
Over the course of a month.
I mean, I'll see, because I mean, I'm getting the game tomorrow night, so I'm going to see...
oh gosh, it's already tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, man. GameStop's, they're doing their late launch tomorrow.
Really? Yeah. On this one?
Yeah,
okay, that's good.
Yeah, they called, like, GameStop called me, like, "Yo, we're selling God of War."
They called you?
Yeah,
they call you up?
Yes, they called me. My local GameStop called me and said, "Hey, you got God of War in pre-order. Well, guess what? You can pick it up late Thursday night." And I'm like, "Oh, well, that's cool."
I wish the GameStop could care about me that much. Just call me. Well, granted, I was getting a lot of phone calls this morning, and I was like incredibly grouchy because like I got 3 phone calls for some reason this morning, and it was like at 8 o'clock, and I barely got any sleep last night. I was just like, oh, go away. Uh, uh. I was literally like sleep talking the whole thing, and then my phone. I just hung up my phone and went to bed for like 5 more hours. But anyways, God of War this week. It's gonna be great, no doubts about it. Santa Monica, quite the story. Like I said last week, had a bit of a downturn with Ascension and then the canceled game, and now we're here. Not really too much of a surprise. I knew the game was going to be good, but this good is slightly surprising. But I'm glad that it's as good as it is in people's eyes so far. So now we just have to wait and see. How other people take it. Not that really matters too much, but still, I mean, we'll see how people take this game and how it's going to sell and all that.
We'll have some impressions for next week because obviously I'll have played it by next week. So if you have God of War questions, just specific things, not specific things like we need to spoil the story or anything, but just general things like you want to know about God of War. You know, is it fun? Do you think the combat's worth it? Do you think the story
Atreus is annoying?
Is Atreus annoying? Yes or no? Does it look good on PS4 Pro? Right. I don't know. Those are just some examples of general questions. We can answer next week, kind of about it.
Well, I saw the pause screen of God of War. It has a character model, so on PS4 Pro, it doesn't show the character models on the regular PS4. It's just a silhouette.
There you go.
I guess we're gonna have to go find out if I play it on.
We're gonna compare head to head PS4 Pro versus PS4 version and see.
Yeah, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna get the Pro anymore.
Oh,
freaking not having a job sucks. So we'll have to see. But I'll see.
We'll see. But looking forward to another big PS4 exclusive.
Detroit?
Yes, Detroit comes out in May. I'm excited for that, but I don't have an update on that today.
There's just trailers that have been coming up. I just avoid it. I don't need to see it.
Yeah, we don't need to see it no more. I'm excited for this game. I am disappointed that the only way you can get the Heavy Rain pre-order bonus is if you do it digitally. And I'm like...
Wait, Heavy Rain? Oh, who?
Yeah, if you pre-order Detroit Become Human digitally through the PlayStation Store, you get a free download of Heavy Rain for PS4.
Oh, that's cool. And the Heavy Rain PS4 is actually quite a good port.
Yeah, and I want to play it, but it's like the free download's only through digital pre-orders. They're not doing like GameStop.
Oh yeah, it's like a PlayStation Store exclusive thing.
And I'm just like, damn it.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of occasions where that Aquatic Dream collection has been on sale. I'm sure it'll come up on sale again where like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls is like $7.
I guess it's just me. I like my free game bonuses. I
know, but. Still never platinum Heavy Rain. I mean, I played it again on PS3. I still like it, despite. I don't know. I always talk to people about Heavy Rain and David and Quantum Dream games in general, and they just never like them. At least the people that I know, but like, oh, David Cage is a hack and everything. Now I understand people's qualms with David Cage, and it's understandable, but at the same time, I mean, I still like Heavy Rain. I think it still is one of the best PS3 exclusives.
Yeah.
Silly moments and all.
Well,
but...
it's funny because I actually played Bioshock 2 this week on PS4 to get the platinum in it, and it's funny because that game came out around the same time as Heavy Rain. Yes. What year was that? 2010?
Yeah, 2010. Yeah.
So I wanted to get my 2010 nostalgia. Like I got my platinum.
Yeah.
I got my platinum in Bioshock 2. And now I want to play Heavy Rain. I want to get my platinum in Heavy Rain for PS4. Gotta get that 2010 nostalgia going.
Yeah, the 2010s nostalgia pack, and we're gonna get it again with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign.
There you go. They're gonna sell this big bundle that comes out with these 2010 games remastered for PS4.
Yeah, the early 2010s collection. Play all the games that you had a lot of fun back in the day that you don't really get today now. Great. Well, I digress. Well, and then God of War is a 2010 game too. God, can you believe it? 8 years since that game came out.
Which
God
one?
of War 3? God of War 3?
God of War 3. Yeah, because God of War 3 is on PS4, so yeah, you can throw that in.
Yes, it is.
You can go play that too.
Yeah, you can throw that in too. God. God of War.
God, I remember when all those games came out, like in 2010. I was just sitting there playing them, and I was just like, dang it, man, that's a lot. Didn't
That was a fantastic year. Yeah, 2010 and 2011 specifically were very
did
good.
Killzone 3 come out here too, or was it Killzone 2?
Yeah, 2010.
2010
Um,
Killzone 3, or was it?
might no, because it wouldn't make any sense if it was 1 year after Killzone 2, right? So I think it was 2011.
Yeah,
Because like it was around the time of Dead Space 3.
yeah, Killzone 2 was 2009.
No,
And,
not Dead Space 3. Dead Space 2.
Yeah,
And Mass
Killzone
Effect.
2 was 2009, and then Killzone 3 was like 2011 or something.
Yeah, Killzone 3. Yeah, was a little bit after, but yeah, it's just. But now we're getting our game franchises that are evolving, and Killzone's not around anymore.
It's okay.
It didn't really take off, and now we got Horizon.
Yeah, I'm fine to trade off Killzone with Horizon.
Hey man, I mean, PS Vita game was good.
Yeah, it was very.
Shadowfall I wasn't the greatest fan of, but man, those graphics were good.
Yeah, but Killzone 2 and 3 were really good though.
Yes, yeah. 3, yeah, it was good too.
Three
I
was
mean, it was
fine,
just more of the same. I
More
mean,
the same, because that was another example of a game that took a big leap was the jump between Killzone 1 and 2.
oh yeah, I'm sure we're familiar with that.
I mean, not as radical as what we seen with God of War, but just as far as just like how incredibly. Because like I went back and played Killzone 1 when they did that remaster thing for PS3,
Yeah.
and I never really played Killzone 1. So playing on the PS3, I'm like, yeah, this game is bad. This is rough. Playing Killzone 1, and then you go play Killzone 2, and it's like perfection. And I'm just like, oh, you see that? They took a chance. They said, Killzone 1 kind of sucked, and we hyped it up, but let's try again. And then Killzone 2 is just perfection. For a first-person shooter, just solid and amazing graphics at the time, and just slick shooting. And they threw all that away in Shadowfall. I'm like, damn it.
Kind of like Jack 1, Jack 2.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Jack 1, Jack 2 is a pretty big jump too between sequels.
Yeah. I mean, so that's for the jump of Jack 1 to Jack 2, obviously influenced a lot by Grand Theft Auto, the success of Grand Theft Auto 3. And then, it's kind of like one of those dramatic shifts that you would expect, a God of War, how long it would take. But no, Naughty Dog was just like, you know what? Let's just change everything up that you do from the first game onward.
Yeah.
Because story.
It's a story. Yeah.
Story, yeah, and then the success of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. But yeah, though, Shadowfall is an example of one where they did try to change it and it was not for the better. I mean, it's fine. It's just
Killzone Shadowfall, you mean?
Yeah, Killzone Shadowfall is an example of like bad when you change up the series.
Mm.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, it was a launch game. It looked good, but it's just kind of like I understand you wanted to like brighten things up and try to get away from that dreary whatever that was in Killzone 2 and 3. But the problem is they took out like a lot of the other stuff that makes a Killzone. Like you move way faster, your guns don't have any weight to them. Stuff like that, and it just kind of took out that Killzone feel. Because that would make Killzone feel like a unique first-person shooter, which is how it was when you move, the way your guns feel when you use them. Like it really felt unique for a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
And it was just gone in Shadowfall. That feel.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's tough to. I mean, even Microsoft's having a hard time a little bit with Halo, like right now, and it's like, we don't really have our marquee console exclusive first-person shooters. It's a little difficult to get into.
Yeah.
I mean, Microsoft faltered with Master Chief Collection, and then Halo 5 wasn't really a long-term success. So it's tricky. I mean, after just one Killzone game on PS4 was just kind of it. But then again, Guerrilla wanted to move on, and
well, you know what first-person franchise we both miss.
What do we miss?
Oh, good old Resistance. Remember Resistance?
Oh god. It's such a cursed series that made me sneeze. Resistance, yeah.
Good old Resistance.
I mean, we got our 3 games, technically 4 if you count the Vita game.
I have 5 if you count the PSP game.
Yeah, a really good PSP game. God, that one they should have remastered. Right?
Yeah, 2 analog stick controls. That'd be great.
Like on the Vita?
Oh, what? Oh boy.
That they should have brought out instead of freaking Resistance Burning Skies.
Just re-release Retribution for Vita.
Yeah, instead of freaking Burning Skies. Anyways, but yeah, Resistance is quite a good franchise. That was 2011 game too, so or also an early 2010s game. Um, we got to 3 games. I'm pretty fulfilled. I mean, I'm not really necessarily dying for war, and I'm not sure if
Yeah.
Insomniac is dying to go back to that series. I think
No.
Ted Price already kind of put the nail in the coffin on that one.
No, but like Sony still kind of keeps in their back pocket because they always kind of like renew the trademark
We
every
don't,
time.
yeah, we don't abandon the franchise. Yeah, and they
Mm.
did. I think they did, just in case of remaster, I guess,
I
of any
guess.
of them. But
But
it's like, how do you even bring back the multiplayer in any of these?
I mean, I guess you don't have to do the multiplayer, but I don't know.
Oh, don't even.
The
Talking
problem,
about-
well, the problem with Resistance is that the multiplayer is so different in all 3 games that it's hard to kind of, do them all in one pack. Because I mean, that's what
It's
they did
kind
for
of like
Uncharted.
Halo a little bit. Like it's hard
They didn't
to.
even do it for Uncharted. Like Uncharted Collection didn't come with the multiplayer, and the multiplayer was more or less the same.
From 2 and 3, yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, even Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy uses the same multiplayer.
One's multiplayer because it was pretty funny. The Resistance one's multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
It was odd.
It's odd. But I don't know, because I just like Resistance because like it's like kind of what we're saying. It's a unique first person shooter. Like it feels different from other first person shooters when you play it.
Yeah, I mean that's why it had its fans and all that, and the story was intriguing too.
Yeah.
Especially the first game.
Even though they kind of backtracked throughout the series, but whatever.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like
Oddly
they were,
enough.
they kind of like they weren't sure what the Chimera was. Like they had an explanation in the second game, and in the third game they kind of gave a different explanation. And I'm like, so which is it?
Yeah, the writing inconsistencies. You won't swear that it's just a species in a Mass Effect game, but oh well.
Eh,
But a good series nonetheless.
yes.
Yeah, it gets forgotten a little bit too much, but I appreciate it. I played Resistance 1 so much, didn't have trophies. Resistance 2, I tried my best to get the platinum, but it was just too hard. And Resistance 3, we platinumed together back in the day because like the servers were almost gonna die.
Yeah.
And the servers are dead.
Yeah,
So it's
they
like
are.
you can't even they are dead. You can only play it in local co-op, I guess. So it's the only way you could really play it.
Yeah.
So that was a fun time.
Fun times. But anyway, speaking of Insomniac and PlayStation exclusives, the thing I was trying to say, looking forward ahead to another big PlayStation 4 exclusive coming out this year. We have a little update on Spider-Man, or should I say Marvel Spider-Man, as it is officially called.
Aside from the release date?
Yeah, we talked about the release date last time, coming in September. But no, a little thing leaked out about a week or two ago. Some like little Twitter video leaked out of somebody going through the menus of Spider-Man.
Oh, somebody's gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, somebody go through the menus, and apparently the Iron Spider suit is available in game.
Oh, I thought there was like an official video of that.
No.
I thought there was. I thought I saw like on YouTube that there's like the Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean that might be what I'm looking at here. Like it was a leaked out video. Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I thought maybe you thought it was just like a handy cam video, like of a computer monitor
This
screen.
was like a video some guy was doing, and he was like something on the menu, and you can see the suit. So yeah, the Iron Spider suit, the one that you see in Avengers: Infinity War, will apparently be in game, and it will be a pre-order bonus because it was next to the other pre-order suits. Because when they first announced the game, they announced like 1 or 2 pre-order suits. One will be like the Spider-Punk suit, and something else, and then the rest were kind of like still kept a mystery. And apparently, one of them will be the Infinity War Iron Spider suit.
Oh, really?
Yes. So for your pre-order bonus. But on top of that, though, Insomniac did clarify that the pre-order suits will not be locked behind pre-order. They said the pre-order entitlement is only to quickly unlock them from the beginning. These suits will be unlockable in-game using whatever methods to get them in-game,
Fair enough.
So you're just gonna basically your pre-order code will just instantly unlock them for you. If you don't pre-order it, you're still gonna be able to have access to these suits just through natural game progression and whatever. So
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, it's not gonna drive you nuts like getting Little Big Planet costumes.
Oh god.
Do you even still sell those anymore?
What, the Big Bang costumes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually looking at
No, like not sell them, but do they still make new ones?
Yeah, I was looking in the store the other day. There's a bunch of new ones that I didn't even know existed because I haven't been, updated
Well,
on that.
it's so tough because the PlayStation Store gets spammed with so much crap every week.
Yeah. I mean, there was actually some new free ones you can download.
Oh.
There's some free ones. They had the Mass Effect pack. Oh, of course, yeah, that was like a year ago now, but the Mass Effect pack's there, and it's free to download. Mass Effect Andromeda pack. They have a Ninja Turtle pack up now. You could be all the Ninja
I wonder
Turtles.
if they have a God of War one,
I mean,
the
have the
new
old
one.
one. Yeah, I don't have a new one.
And they should have the new one. Well, it's pretty easy. Maybe you just customize it, put the Kratos like Sackboy skin on, and just put a beard.
Put a beard, but they gotta put an axe instead of the
And then
sword.
just find an axe. I'm sure there's like an axe item in Little Big Planet that you can get, and then Atreus, same thing. I guess you just put on the God of War, like put on red hair or something, and just there's your free stuff.
There you go.
Give you
And,
some tip.
and then
Little
some
Big
guy's
Planet
gonna
tips, so you don't have to spend money.
some guy's gonna recreate all of God of War in 2D on Little Big Planet.
Well, remember those levels of
3D.
Little Big Planet that you would play, and it would just be like costume items for you to like play, so you don't have to buy it.
Yeah, you can like try the costumes basically.
Yeah, there's like the Watchmen one that I remember me and you went to, and like there were other shops we went to, not shops, but like
Worlds.
levels that we went to.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a shame. Also, Little Big Planet just was so early in the PS4 life cycle, it never really took off either. I mean, that was always kind of Little Big Planet sticky too, because like Little Big Planet 1 was very successful, and 2 came out just like 3 years later. And then 3 was just like, it had a really rocky launch, and then it got a lot better, though. And then it was free for PlayStation Plus 1 month, right?
Yep.
So, it had its player base, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and they got Little Big Planet spin-offs like Little Big Planet. They have Little Big Planet. They have
The karting.
They have Little Big Planet karting. They have Little Big Planet for PSP, and they got Little Big Planet for Vita.
Yeah, Vita might have been like my favorite one that I had a lot of fun with, aside from the first game on PS3. Because, the novelty of it being, like, the first one. Little Big Planet 2 I liked a lot, but Vita I had, like, a lot more fun with, I remember.
Yeah.
I really like the Vita game.
I always think, it's not like the franchise isn't successful. Like we said, we just named there's like 6 games. But it's one of those things.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where Sony was trying really hard for this to be like their thing.
Yeah.
Like they really want Sackboy to be kind of like almost the mascot of PlayStation.
Yeah.
But it never got to that point. I mean, it was successful, but it was just never to that point that I don't think Sony wanted,
Yeah. And then the whole building levels and all that stuff. Because, like, I even laugh now at, like the creation tools in, like, Far Cry 5. Like, why? like I don't know why that's there in Far Cry 5. But, I mean, I guess it's understandable. I guess you could just go around people's, levels or something, or maps, and just go around them.
I guess.
I don't know necessarily what they're for. The ones that, like the map creator in Far Cry 5. So I don't know. People just make maps. And do you like play team deathmatch on them or anything, or do you just
it's
walk?
like what you do in the other Far Cry games.
Yeah, true. We need creation tools in PUBG and Fortnite.
Oh boy, that's a lot there, man.
I'm asking for a lot here. Well, I don't know. I think everybody's always asking for a lot of things.
Okay. Anyway, moving along. We got some reports and rumors, which are always fun.
Oh boy, I think we should already go into one question out here.
Fine. You want to throw out a question before I get into these little things here?
Yeah, Eric cheating with 2 questions, I think. No, yeah, the Scott Boss cheating with 2 questions. What do you guys make of the rumors about Call of Duty? It doesn't really go. It's not really all that specific, but I'm pretty sure, given that it was sent yesterday.
Oh, see, I thought that was going to be our big topic, so I was going to get to that.
Oh well. Go into the smaller rumors first, I guess. Do that.
We're going to put a pin in the Call of Duty thing. We're going to come back to the Call of Duty thing. That's something big we need to talk about.
All right, put a pin on it like the Xbox. Put the pin on it.
Put a pin on it. But yeah, there's a rumor going around that because Bethesda will be back at E3 this year.
Okay.
And it's rumored that they will announce a sequel to Doom.
Oh wow, that's good. A 2016 Doom.
Yes, the 2016 Doom. The speculation are kind of weird because it comes from what's his name? Yeah,
What's his name?
Pete Hines, Bethesda Softworks senior vice president. He tweeted out something about like, I can't give away any guesses as to what we're going to announce when those games will be, but I will say we have a lot of new stuff to talk about at E3. Whether or not folks realize that this is the hell on earth time for us with E3. we're in the midst of so much planning, work for all content, and we're really happy and excited. Basically, he uses that weird phrase, "Hell on Earth," which was the name, which is actually the name of the original Doom 2, which is called Doom 2: Hell on Earth.
Oh, it's not Dead Right. It's not Evil Within 3. I'm just kidding.
Um, but basically, his wording kind of implies that he's hinting at a Doom sequel announcement.
This is kind of like a no kidding kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that we're going to get a sequel to Doom because Doom.
I mean, Doom was so successful in 2016.
Yes, critically, financially successful. We already got. Then we got the VR spinoff last year.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And then we got the 4K patch.
The 4K patch was this like a week or two ago. And then yeah, there's been constant updates for the game. There's been the free thing where now you can get on the map packs for free. They rehauled the multiplayer recently too.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, I'm kind of hoping for a sequel. I mean, didn't people really not get attached to the Doom multiplayer all that much?
Yeah, it was one of those things where is this rare moment where players were just like loving the single player way more than the multiplayer.
Yeah.
The multiplayer.
Well, Bethesda knows how to make shooter campaigns.
Yeah. But they have rehauled the multiplayer, so there's different changes to it. And then of course all the maps are free now. So if you're just getting in on it, yeah, the multiplayer is different. You get all the maps for free and all that. So a lot more content in there for the game, especially now you can get it for around $20 probably.
You're gonna have a battle royale mode too.
Oh, Doom 2 battle royale.
Doom 2 battle royale.
Oh.
Okay, I need to stop. I really need to stop.
If not, somebody will mod that for Doom 2. Doom will have all the good mod support.
Somebody will mod it. Oh my gosh!
PUBG started as a mod, so I mean they can figure it out.
All right, you want to make it together? Let's buy some really good PCs and make it and make millions.
No, yeah, we're gonna.
And probably get sued by Bethesda in the process, but we'll have fun getting sued together.
No, we're gonna take our own spin on this mod, and we're gonna spin it off into its own game, and then it's gonna become an overnight success. And
yeah, but we're like using Doom assets, and we're gonna get sued.
No, PUBG used. Which game was it? Some games assets and whatever. I don't know.
What's generic assets? And that's what you're getting at? Planes, smoke grenades, frying pans, energy drinks. Like,
yeah, they use Red Bull. There you go.
I actually never mind. I don't want to get into this all about energy drinks and PUBG again.
Anyways, yeah, I hope we get this Doom sequel announcement because I love Doom. The new Doom reboot was just so good.
You played Doom BFG?
Yeah, the collection thing. Like,
really?
Yeah, the BFG. That's the collection.
I mean, I kind of wish Doom BFG was on freaking Game Pass on Xbox, but maybe one day it will.
Yeah, I played the Doom BFG collection, and I played Doom 1 and 2 so much. Doom 3 is not necessarily bad. It's just not traditional Doom, you know.
Taking the turn in the series.
Yeah, there you go. And that was another example of a game going the wrong direction, trying to change it up, and it wasn't for the best. Because it was coming out, because like a lot of people kind of analyze and go over it, like, yeah, this game came out in that like post Half-Life kind of phase for shooters, and they're trying to kind of be like that, a bit. I thought
you were going to talk about a post Dwayne Johnson movie.
No.
Oh.
But the post Half-Life thing, where now the shooters are trying to slow down, and try to be a little more like that, and you can't aim down the sights. I know that's just an old first-person shooter trope.
Halo.
Yeah, Halo. But yeah, like I played Doom 1 and 2, and those games still hold up really well after all these years. Really fun to play. And then I got to 3, and I'm like, yeah, this game's really slow and weird. And it's one of those things where probably if you just play Doom 3, you might like it, but it's one of those things where I was coming off of 1 and 2, and I was just like, yeah, this game's really slow, and I can kind of see what people's problems were with it. And then Doom 4, or it was Doom 4 for a while. Like, they were developing it as Doom 4. Had a lot of false starts. They were trying to get this out on PS3 and 360.
Yeah, it was a tough one, yeah.
And then whatever they had got canceled because apparently they just couldn't get it to run properly on both consoles. There was even talks at one time that they said the PS3 version would be completely different from the 360 version because the PS3 version was just running way better. But then they just
which is odd.
Yeah, which is odd at that time, you know. But yeah, and then they kind of just canceled that and scrapped it and then started working on other things. And then eventually Doom came back as just Doom, as a full reboot or whatever. But yeah, Doom was just so much fun because it was the game that finally hit that formula where it's like, here we go, awesome graphics, great speed, enemy variety, challenge, all that stuff. What you would expect from Doom, like based off the
And then all the lore.
The lore. Oh, yeah, that low.
Because when I saw you live streaming the game, you would pause the game and there's just like a wall of text of like stuff.
Yeah,
because this game story was interesting, where you just pause the game and then see and read about stuff as you wish, if you want.
Yeah, it's a very minimalistic story. There's no, your character doesn't talk. Your character doesn't have a name.
Yeah, it's not like Wolfenstein where it's like more story driven.
Yeah, it's very, very much gameplay first, and that's fine for a game like Doom.
Yeah. Because if you want the story, I mean, just play Wolfenstein, I guess.
Yeah, Wolfenstein's a great first-person shooter with a emphasis on story, and then Doom's just more of a something if you want something more focused on gameplay, really fun gameplay. And yeah, so really excited for Doom, Doom 2, hypothetically, whatever it be called.
Yeah, man, I do need to go on my Bethesda shooter catch up. I still never played Doom and Wolfenstein 2.
So good.
I know, and how am I missing out on Wolfenstein 2? Oh, I love the first one so much.
Yeah, I started Wolfenstein 2. I didn't finish it. But
it's a long one. That one's a long one.
It's a pretty long game. But Doom, if you do want to pick it up now, the thing for Doom is make sure you have hard drive space for it, because that game is 76.5 gigs on PS4 right now after all the updates.
Oh, sweet mama.
Yeah, so you actually have room for that game. And I don't know how much it is on Xbox, because I don't know if Xbox is more because of the One X enhancements,
Oh, God.
So I don't know. I don't know about Xbox, but on PS4 it's 76.5 gigs, something like that. So gotta make sure you have that hard drive space.
I'm scared.
It's hell on earth. It's hell on your hard drive.
That was a good one.
But yeah, really excited for that. Now we got another little rumor thing going around.
Oh boy. Rumors. So many rumors. Scary.
Rumor. So this guy, what's his name? This
guy,
man. This guy.
What is this guy doing?
He says some things, man. This guy.
Saying things?
Jason Schreier or whatever. He was a guy. He did a story on Mafia 3 developer Hangar 13. He was talking about, he kind of just did this whole write up and story about how Mafia 3 was kind of like the people who were working on Mafia 3 started working on Mafia 4, and then it was going to be like a spy game, but then it got canceled, and now they kind of don't know where to go with the Mafia franchise.
Oh yeah, I mean, so yeah. Oh, a little investigative report about the Mafia series.
Yeah. He kind of goes in deep about that, but that's actually not the most interesting thing he says.
Okay.
He says, while talking to Hangar 13, the developers of Mafia 3, he says, among other details I learned while reporting the story, right next to Hangar 13, a top secret 2K studio was working on a top secret new Bioshock game.
Ooh, like other top secret things I know, but I don't want to say because I'll be in trouble. But, yeah, I mean, am I surprised? Slightly. I mean, we figured that 2K wasn't going to necessarily sleep on the Bioshock franchise, right? I mean, the collection that just came out, right?
They said that even after Infinite came out, 2K always said that like, we still have plans for Bioshock. This is still a franchise for us that we are developing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't necessarily think it was dead. It was just in a bit of a stasis, a little bit in the Vita chamber, I should say. The Vita chamber. You're not getting out.
Yeah, Bioshock is this franchise that I always kind of expected that it will come back out of nowhere. Like, you won't see it coming.
I mean, akin to you wanted to be a Fallout 4 kind of thing.
Well, Fallout 4, we still kind of knew it was coming.
Yeah, of course, but like it was one of those things where it was. You remember that period of time where it was like, oh, we know Fallout 4 is going to be a thing, but when is it going to be a thing?
Yeah, but I mean, like the thing for Bioshock is that this new one could be anything. So it's one of those things where like,
yes,
I don't really want anything to leak out other than we kind of know it's coming, and then once we see it, it's just going to be like, oh shit, this is it. This is the new Bioshock. Because now I got to go into kind of like what I want this new Bioshock to be.
Oh my lord! I mean, they could be. I mean,
That's
yeah,
the
you
thing,
can
it could be
throw out something.
anything.
I'm not in the creative mood right now,
No,
so you can.
I'm not gonna give a straight pitch of what I want it to be. Just let me say more what
All
I
right,
don't want it to be. How about this?
all right, I'll let you say it. I mean, it's
So
tricky. All right, what do you
tricky.
want this new
It's tricky.
So wait a minute. I got one question for you though. And it's an important one. Is this Bioshock game going to be on the Vita? Source. What was Ken Levine doing that day?
I
He was just
don't know.
really happy. He was anxious. He loved the Vita. He was playing it in the backstage. He was like, you know what? I really like this thing. Let's make a game on the Vita.
That 2K had no idea what the hell he was talking about when he's standing on stage.
Yeah, I'm heavily convinced that was the case.
2K was like, "A what?
Yeah.
What's a Vita?
Oh,
Like,
what is this guy doing?
what's this guy
Like,
doing?
I bet somebody was trying to call up somebody to tell him to put it down right now.
Put that thing down. Put it down. Put it back in your pocket."
But can you blame him though? I mean, you're a creative man, and you're like this new device that's right before you, and you're like, yeah, you know what? I see the potential in this thing. It's like the Switch a little bit, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you can make a game on this thing. But anyways, I do.
Anyways, yeah. So I recently played through, like I said earlier, I recently played through Bioshock 2 to get the platinum, and a while back I did play Bioshock 1 again. I got the platinum of Bioshock 1 again on PS4, and yeah. And I mean, the thing about Bioshock is the first one was actually a masterpiece and this amazing thing, developed by Rational Games. And then, again, basically, right when they're done with Bioshock 1, they started working on Infinite. And it took so long to make Infinite that another team came in.
And it had quite a infamous development cycle.
Yeah, it took so long to make Infinite that another team came in and just did Bioshock 2 while they were.
2K, the guys. I don't.
I don't know. It was a bunch of 2K teams. But yeah, a bunch of 2K teams worked on it, and then Rational came out and did Bioshock Infinite, and then after completing Bioshock Infinite, Rational Games kind of just disbanded to go do other things.
Yeah, they are a disbanded team currently, but they're the Campfire, or what is it? I forgot the name. Where they want to make the innovative story experiences, right?
Yeah. They didn't close. They chose to kind of disband and go do other things. It wasn't like 2K shut them down.
Nah.
But anyway, so basically what I'm just getting at is that obviously it's not Irrational Games that's going to be making this Bioshock.
Unfortunately,
it's going to be, but that's okay because I thought Bioshock 2 was still a really good game.
Yeah, the potential's there for somebody else to take a hold of it. I'm not completely against it. It's just
yeah, I'm just trying to set people's expectations here. Because Bioshock 2 is actually a really good game. And actually,
I like Bioshock 2. Even when it came out, yeah, I liked it. I wasn't the naysayer that didn't like it. I mean, I think people liked it in general.
Yeah, people like it in general. It's just my problem with Bioshock 2 is just that it just kind of stands out now as that kind of odd game because Bioshock 1 and Bioshock Infinite are just so different from each other. And then Bioshock 2 is just kind of like that, oh, well, it's more Bioshock 1.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like that weird game where it's like, oh, there's 3 Bioshock games, but that one in the middle is more like the first one, and it's just kind of like, it doesn't stand out because of that.
Well, I always saw like Bioshock 2 was just better on the gameplay front, and then Bioshock 1's the story.
Yeah, Bioshock 1 had a great story, and atmosphere and all that, and Bioshock 2 was still good. Bioshock 2 actually still did have a really good story. Like, playing it again this past week, really kind of appreciating the writing and kind of expanding on the lore, of the lore of Rapture and all that. And then of course Infinite, I think, is probably one of the best video game stories ever. It's so underappreciated. I can't stress how underappreciated I think the Bioshock Infinite story is.
Yeah, I know people have qualms on the gameplay front. I mean, Infinite is my favorite in the whole series, but just because Infinite played so much like a typical shooter. That's what people had problems with.
But basically, the thing is, so Bioshock Infinite kind of just opened the door to where Bioshock can now kind of be anything going forward.
Yes.
It could literally just be anything. And with that said, that's what I want for Bioshock, this next Bioshock game. I don't want it to be Rapture.
We would hope not. I mean,
I really don't want it to be Rapture, but I'm afraid it's going to be Rapture again. Like, I just don't want them to go back to that. Like, because that was the problem.
No,
like
they can't. No,
I know they can't, but I'm afraid they will because Like I said,
Market, yeah,
Bioshock
people
2
would
was a good game,
react to it.
but it was more Bioshock 1, and then Infinite was a completely different thing. And I'm just afraid. And then even because that was the problem I had with the Bioshock Infinite DLC, Barrel C. Guess what? It went back to Rapture. You know,
Well, for the story reasons that it
for the
did.
story reasons, but it forced itself to connect itself to Bioshock 1 instead of being its own story, which, like I said, Bioshock Infinite opened the doors to where you can tell any story you want, and it could be Bioshock. And yet, Barrel C forced itself to connect to Bioshock 1. And I'm like, you
Yeah,
didn't need to do that.
didn't need to do.
So that's what I don't want to see from this new Bioshock game. I just don't want it to be Rapture. I really want a team to take it and say, okay, Bioshock Infinite opened the doors to us. Let's do what we can. We can introduce a new world if we want to, and we should, introduce a new world, still take some of the themes, some of the gameplay you kind of expect from Bioshock, and really tell something different. And I mean, considering this is top secret, at 2K. They don't want anybody knowing what they're working on. It kind of makes me think that maybe...
No, they do.
So it kind of makes me think, yeah, that maybe they do, maybe it isn't Rapture. Because it's one of those things where if it's Rapture, we would get leaks kind of fast. Because like, oh, look at this new concept art of water stuff, or whatever.
Yeah, so maybe in hindsight that actually isn't the case. Maybe it is a different setting. Maybe that's why.
Because I would kind of love for, like I said, like come E3, at one of these events, they just kind of like show some trailer and you're kind of not sure what it is because it is something different. And then you kind of start seeing some things that are similar, and then it kind of clicks and it's like, oh, this is Bioshock.
Well, it's kind of like how Bioshock Infinite was.
Yeah, it's how Bioshock... Well, Bioshock Infinite, when they announced it, like, you knew you're watching a trailer for the new Bioshock game. And it started off like you would expect, like, oh, here's a guy in first person, here's some water. And then it just, like...
takes some water, we're going to get some water.
Yeah, it's going to show you some water. It's going to show you some
bottle
clouds.
of water, a cup of water, a glass of water.
It's a cup of water. He's going to look up at the sky, and the sky's going to cut off, and really you're just, like, underground. It's going to be, like, a Red Faction. People are living underground, because that's the only, like, middle thing now.
Or what, Metro?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a mix of Metro and Red Faction. You're living underground, mole people or something.
Mole people.
You're the Underminer.
He's getting his own game now. Wait, he's already gotten his own game. Okay, all right. I think you need to cut this off. I think you need to stop here.
2K's listening to this and they're like, they're on to us. He figured it out. It's an underground game. It's
or the game's in space.
Or in space, yeah. That's basically all they can do, right? Like, if they really want to...
What is this, freaking Tacoma?
Yeah. Like, if they really... Oh, it'd be System Shock, then, if they did it in space.
They bring it full circle.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what Bioshock was the spiritual successor of,
Yeah, I really, really think it wouldn't be that big a thing if they did go to space.
But remember, because were we supposed to get like a System Shock remake or a remaster, but we still haven't gotten it?
It keeps getting delayed. Now it's coming out in like 2020 or some shit.
Well, there you go. How about we just get the new Bioshock game and that
the new
fills
Bioshock
the void.
Will be System Shock. It's just
just got shock in the title.
Shock.
Static Shock.
Yeah, I mean that really is kind of it. Like if you had like Bioshock 1 was the underwater city, then Bioshock Infinite's like a sky city, and then they could do either underground city or a space city. If they really really want to keep it similar to Bioshock and not take a huge leap,
Yeah.
But but that's just what I want to see. I want to see a new direction. I don't want them going back to Rapture. It's just it's gonna be a step back.
I am a little afraid that if they do research on the market, that the market would sway them to put it in Rapture, but I don't know. We got 2 freaking games of it and got the remasters. I mean, we already went back. Do we need to go back again? That doesn't make any sense. It's like it's akin to 2K with the GTA locations, because
I can already picture the story too, where like, oh, you play as a little sister who left Rapture and now she's an adult and now she must go back to Rapture for whatever reason. And blah, blah, blah. Like I can already picture them doing that story, for this new Bioshock game, and then there you go. And it's just
I hate comparing the 2 different franchises, but they are under the same roof. But I mean, if it is the GTA situation where it's like, oh, GTA 5 was that going back to one of the most popular games in the series, GTA 3, it's like it's tough because it's like, hey, Bioshock, one of the most popular Bioshock game with a lot of people is Bioshock 1. It's like, oh, why not just go back, update it and all that, and more expansive and more detailed in GTA 5, and And then you saw how that turned out with the location. People really dug the location of Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's just like, even though they are different games though, so it's, you know, it's tough. But I'm just kind of looking at it in that hindsight, the business of it all. But I love how this stemmed from a mafia story that we don't even really give a crap about because
It's like this guy did a whole story write up about, like, you know, the struggles of Hangar 13, their development of Mafia 3, and then he throws like one extra line in there about a new Bioshock game, and that's all anyone's talking about. Like, that's where all the headlines are coming from. Like,
it doesn't matter because Hangar 13's in a bit of a, well, given hence their number, they're very unlucky with what's happened since Mafia 3 has come out. That a lot of members were laid off, as typical in the video game industry. But yeah, we don't really know the future of that franchise either. We don't even need to go down that rabbit hole either, because I feel like it's a waste of time. But yeah.
But yeah,
it's interesting. We'll see.
You know,
yes.
Evolution of franchises.
Of franchises, yes.
Yeah, we were talking about that a lot today, and that brings us to this last big topic because we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Will another certain franchise be taking a different route this year? Because we just got a question in on it, and obviously we're going to talk about it.
We all know at this point.
Yeah, we all know. It's officially announced that. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Now I was just reading this little thing.
Oh, I was like the game, we're missing a component.
No. Yeah. No, there's an update on the article, so I just wanted to see what it said.
Oh, there was. What is it?
No,
Maybe
it's the same thing. It was the same update from today. It just combined with the first thing I read. Anyway, yeah. So reports are coming in from sources close to Polygon. They're just saying that the new Call of Duty will focus on multiplayer and zombies instead. And that the game will not contain a traditional single-player component, and instead will focus more on possibly on challenges, kind of like I guess maybe something similar to Spec Ops, or just kind of focus more on some multiplayer stuff. But then the update also was coming out today. It was making the rounds. Kotaku was reporting that other sources are saying that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will include a Battle Royale mode. They'll be in there similar to games like PUBG and all that.
Dang, really? It's a lot to take in, especially for Call of Duty. Because change? For Call of Duty? You know, it's a tough thing, you know? Like, I haven't played all the way through a campaign of Call of Duty since Advanced Warfare? Not Advanced Warfare. I guess Advanced Warfare, because after Advanced Warfare was Black Ops 3, right? And then we had Infinite Warfare. Yeah. And then we have Call of Duty World War II. So I haven't played a Call of Duty campaign all the way through to the end since then. So in a way, it's kind of like I personally don't miss it, but I can understand people's qualms, especially with seeing how well games like Battlefront didn't have a campaign, and people got angry, even though we got a campaign in Battlefront 2 and it still wasn't that good. But it's like it's a weird trade-off, because if they are in fact having a Battle Royale mode in Call of Duty, which wouldn't surprise me, it's like, well, you know, a lot of resources are being pulled into that as opposed to single player, and the trade-off there is quite enticing to just develop a Battle Royale mode as opposed to a campaign. And then campaign, you know, you got to worry about the production values of the campaign and how it's going to be. And it's odd because Black Ops 3 took the weird turn of the campaign being co-op, and not everybody really dug it all that much. And some people liked it, and people really dug the Black Ops 2 campaign, even though to me it didn't really make much sense. And then it's like, oh, what celebrity do you have to get next for this one? You know, it's saving a little bit of money there. Well, the celebrities you pull for zombies. Yeah. So that's what. At least you're saving up for the campaign as opposed to zombies. Yeah. And no. It's strange. I mean, that's why if this lines up with the rumor that the Modern Warfare 2 remaster is just going to be the campaign, there you go. You know, it's like, if you want your campaign fixed, just play a 2011 game all over again, and then for the multiplayer and zombies and Battle Royale mode, just play Black Ops 4.
Yeah. But here's just a little extra information I was trying to find in the article. As far as single playing goes, according to Polygon, as developers moved closer to the game's October release, it became increasingly evident that the single player campaign would not be completed in time. One source close to Eurogamer noted that Black Ops 4 campaign was originally called Career and was set to capture a series of co-op missions, but that seems no longer to be the case. It seems as if the zombie mode included in the game has been untouched, meaning that a possible solo player option for that mode is still on the table.
The zombie campaign akin to Black Ops 3.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because this is something we've kind of talked about with Call of Duty. Like, could Call of Duty just be multiplayer? Could Call of Duty just be zombies? Could, a lot of coulds with
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah. And I mean, it would be kind of neat if like the zombie mode had a real like story campaign to it, that you can play.
I mean, personally, I don't know, but I ever since Black Ops 3, I can understand, but
I mean, the potential's there, but the problem with it, if they did do that, like let's say, you can get your story fixed from zombies. The problem is, why the hell is this called Black Ops 4 then? Why couldn't this have been called, anything else then?
I don't know. I mean, it's still within the Black Ops brand, I guess, with Treyarch. It's just it's gonna have probably some of the marquee things that makes Black Ops.
Yeah,
campaign aside, because the marquee thing about Black Ops is the wacky story and all that in the campaigns, and then bringing that stuff over to multiplayer.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I mean, you think it's called Black Ops 4? You think you should continue some kind of story beat or whatever? But I mean, if you were playing Black Ops 3 on PS3 and then you jump to PS4 this year, then you're not going to notice the difference.
Yeah,
I guess so. Of course, there's no campaign. There's no campaign in Black Ops 3. I mean, you played it on PS3.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, that's much of a difference.
Yeah, but
you get that PS4 Pro bundle with the Black Ops 4.
There you go.
Watch the bundle for Black Ops 4 on PS4 is going to come with a digital copy of Modern Warfare 2 Remastered for the campaign. Activision just figuring out ways to sell other things that are either missing in their games or just as kind of like a consolation. Like, it's ridiculous. Can it be any more blatant, especially with Modern Warfare Remastered with Infinite Warfare? Like, come on. Like, and I thought EA was bad.
Yeah, everybody focuses on EA, but like, look at Activision. They're up to some stuff too, man.
Yeah, that's even. Well, EA is one thing. Actually, in turn, EA might be worse, but Activision, they're a specific kind of debauchery that's going on in the video game industry as well. I mean, especially with the shady stuff in Destiny 2, and then this crap. And then the stuff with Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, it's like, God, I mean, can they not make anything can they not just hide anything with their intentions? Does everything have to be so blatantly obvious with them, with money and all that? It's just, where's like, even when I talked about Call of Duty, I think I might have said this off air with Call of Duty, where's the soul with Call of Duty, Like, and here's the thing, Treyarch is the only developer, and I'm going to say this with a strong is the only developer that gives any kind of soul and personality to COD. And that's why people dig the Treyarch games now, because the soul and the human spirit behind Call of Duty is lost in the Infinity War and Sledgehammer games, and it's increasingly evident when you play Ghosts Onward, and it's just odd that Treyarch with the most human touch to bring to Call of Duty is one of the modes that's not going to be there. That gives that sort of personality that Call of Duty is kind of lacking in. Yeah. So it kind of sucks, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, whatever. But then, yeah, you could present the argument, look how Battlefront turned out in 2015. Even though that's a different situation. But then you're talking about here that updated thing that they didn't have enough time, which is so odd because they had 3 years, or at least nearly 3 years, maybe like a little less than that. But the development cycle changed. Yeah, the one extra, or maybe the one extra month. I don't know, but because the first Battlefront was also on a time crunch too, right? With the movie, so it's like, uh, you know,
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of weird because there has to be some type of single player offline component, whether it's zombies or what, because you know, without it, you're making a game that's essentially offline only, or online only, um, which is what Black Ops 3 was on PS3. It actually says that on the box. This is online only because you need to, because it's just multiplayer and zombies. Even though I think you could play zombies offline, but they're still emphasizing it's mostly an online game.
yeah,
Um, and that is kind of off-putting to some people because there are some people that don't want to play online or don't connect their game online or whatever. So
yes,
you're limiting that, and I mean people do care about the campaign because I
yeah,
remember.
especially the Black Ops campaigns because they're the ones that I've said have the human touch to them, are actually memorable in either a good or bad way, and
Because
they present different scenarios that the other two Call of Duty developers don't really think of. Like they experimented with Black Ops 3 with the co-op, and that got mixed reception, but at least they tried
yeah,
something different. And yeah, it would have been neat to see, and especially with the modern setting, like yeah, it's strange. And then again, like I said, I haven't played the Call of Duty campaigns. Maybe I'll go through a tear of them because now the fact that we won't get them, maybe I'll be like, oh, I'll appreciate them a little bit more. But I don't know. I'll see. A lot of shooter campaigns I need to play through actually. So
yeah, because yeah, it's weird. Because I remember back when Black Ops 3 came out. I was at a GameStop, and it was a few months before Black Ops 3 came out. I was in GameStop, and some guy was going to the counter to pre-order Black Ops 3, and he went to pre-order it for PS3. And the employee told him, "Okay, just to let you know, the PS3 version does not contain does not contain the single player campaign. It will only contain online multiplayer and the zombie mode." And he was like, and he was really put off by that. He says, "What? Like, but single player is the first thing I play."
right.
Like, so this is somebody who really I know it's just one person, but it is showing that yes, people do care about the single player campaign. That when he was told that, it did put him off from getting the game because he said that's the first thing he plays is the single player campaign in Call of Duties,
Oh
So I mean, it kind of, it matters, to have a single player campaign, and I think they are going to get some backlash, obviously, if and when this is confirmed.
wow. Yeah, and it's interesting coming off of especially last year when people's perception a little bit has been like, oh, where are the single player campaigns and stuff? But then 2017 proved that there were actually plenty of single player experiences to be had.
Yeah.
So there were in 2017. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of emphasis of games as service and multiplayer only games, but there were a fair share. But in 2017, we're also looking into. In 2018, I mean, we're looking into getting games that do have both. I'm sure, even though we haven't not seen much, but I'm sure Red Dead will have its single player experience and a multiplayer experience. I hope. I don't know why I have to say that, but just in case, you never know. And then, yeah, I think more than Red Dead. We have plenty. I mean, what else do we have this year? God of War, for instance, is coming, right? And Spider-Man is single player, and Detroit Become Human is single player, and other games that are not so exclusives, I'm sure, are single player too. If we do get Doom, we'll also have its single player and multiplayer. So we get our even balance.
Yeah,
I think.
it's just kind of a little worrying when you see when the big franchises kind of step forward and say we're not doing single player.
Yeah, I mean, well, Battlefront was that big one, yeah. But like I said, it was because of the time crunch back in 2015 when the first one came out, and then Battlefront 2 had its single player, but wasn't really all that well received and didn't really make much of an impact. So it's because DICE can't make a single player campaign to save its life. So it's like, it's kind of a mess right now. So Yeah, we'll just have to see. You know what? They need to push the Activision with all these rumors that have been leaking out and all that. They need to push this announcement. When is this game being announced?
Also,
Like
like in
fully?
May. Yeah, like in May.
Oh my god, just announce it now. Just next week or something. Just push it. Who cares? Just the whole hype. You're getting all sorts of negative rumors about your game. Whether you want to perceive the no single player being a negative or not, but like you're already getting the negative criticism on the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, the Modern Warfare 2 remaster and all that. Just announce the game. Who cares? Just say what it is. Who cares if it's going to cannibalize World War 2 map pack sales or sales of just the base game? Just announce it. It's Black Ops 4. We already know it's going to be a thing. If it is in fact going to be only multiplayer and zombies, then so be it. Just announce the game. Don't drag it out.
Yeah.
Like if we're already gonna hear more rumors, then I don't even know if we need to be recorded on the show until the single player is. I mean the single player, either a single player campaign is announced or the game is formally announced by Treyarch and there's like YouTube videos and Twitter posts and everything. Because I almost might make this rule because I'm already getting tired of these Call of Duty rumors. So
just 2 days worth, and you're just like, no, done.
2 days. Well, we had the Marvel for remastered rumors and then this one, which kind of linked together, right, with the no campaign and filling in that void. That no, I want this game formally announced now. Just make it like next week. Pull your PR or marketing team together and just put the damn trailer together and just there. And then I'm gonna see that dislike bar.
It's gonna break, man. It's gonna break.
It might, in all honesty. I mean, the fact, like, I can imagine a trailer. It's going to just show the zombies and the multiplayer, and people are going to just probably dislike it. Like, all the comments are gonna, the comment itself, the comment section itself is going to be a campaign of a war zone.
Oh boy.
The comment section.
But anyway.
Yeah, so that's my Call of Duty spiel.
Call of Duty spiel. But we're not done with rumors.
Oh my god. Worse.
Another rumor report was coming out today that apparently sources close to DICE are reporting that currently EA DICE is apparently prototyping a Battle Royale mode for their rumored Battlefield V or Battlefield 5. Whatever it's...
The Phantom Pain. Just kidding.
Because the new Battlefield still has not been formally announced. All has been announced for Battlefield is that it is coming this year. We have no other official details other than what's been rumored that it will be called Battlefield 5 or V, however they want to say it, and it will be back in World War II. But a new rumor thing coming out is that they are prototyping, stress on prototyping, a Battle Royale mode that EA has not approved yet. And since it is in the prototyping phase, they said they do not expect it to launch with the game. They said it would be released later on as a free update to add in this Battle Royale mode.
Oh, so it won't be ready in time.
Yeah, it won't be ready in time for launch.
It's kind of a big thing to leak there. Like, it's like, hey, you don't really necessarily need to get Battlefield 5 right at launch, but you could wait for the Battle Royale mode.
I mean, unless you just really want that Battle Royale mode, like, I'm not buying this till I get Battle Royale mode, because,
Or just wait for it to be on EA Access. Oh! I mean, I'm not too surprised. There's really not much to say there. I mean, gotta catch it in, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, even the report itself is saying it's not even for sure going to happen. It's just they're testing it, trying to see if they get it to run right and if it works for their game and all this and that. So we shall see. But
yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, I hope at least well, not that that's much to miss because it is DICE hypothetically making the single player campaign, but hopefully there is a campaign in Battlefield 5 or V.
It's like what's going on here if both these games don't have a single player campaign? Like, why did both these developers decide the same year to not do a single player campaign?
Oh yeah, it's almost like the same year that both of them try and go back to old wars, right?
Yeah, it's like, wait a second.
No, we decided to do this 3 years ago.
It's like, I think each team has like a spy at the other studio.
Or a mole.
A mole, yeah, there you go. Mole.
The Silicon Valley,
Yeah.
the mole.
Mole working at each one, so they radio.
I thought we were friends, Jeff. They have a Jeff in there, or whatever his name is. Yeah, what's his name in the mall in Silicon Valley? And then they have yeah, Jeff. His name is Jeff. Yeah. Thought we were friends, Jeff. Each one does have a mall.
There you go. That's how they know.
They just talk to each other on like a private Discord server.
Yeah, they're just like, oh well, guess what? Call of Duty ain't doing a single player this year, so DICE take a break. You don't need to do one either.
They could take a break. Yeah, take a break from mediocrity. Not that we really needed your campaign anyways. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, I'm curious. I mean, it's a great graphics showcase and everything to see how good their updated engine looks. But aside from that, you know, the campaigns are never anything to scoff at, unfortunately. Since Bad Company, that's why we talked about that's not going to happen though. But because that was the only decent campaigns DICE were making, so it's whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. I would love if like one day all these like reports rumors like way off the mark.
Don't we all wish?
Like it'd be amazing if like all these reports are like just way off the mark. Like, you know, all these things for Battlefield 5, like, oh, it's called Battlefield 5 and it's World War 2, and then really it's not. It's just Bad Company 3 or whatever. And it's just like these reports
my
like
God, I would die.
These reports are like way off the mark, and it's weird.
Then 2018 would probably go down as one of the greatest gaming years ever, because if we get Battlefield, Bad Company back, Kingdom Hearts, Red Dead, and Spider-Man, and God of War, oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool, but like I can't really remember a time when reports were like way off the mark. The only thing maybe was like Last Guardian being canceled. There's like reports of that.
But that was freaking good old Steve Butts' fault. So
well, he ran the report, but he ran it as fact. That was the thing. He didn't even run it as rumor.
Yes, he did. That was the problem.
If he would have ran it as a rumor, that would have been fine. And I think other websites might have ran it as a rumor too, but he ran it as fact. Like, it is canceled.
I just wanted Last Guardian to be canceled. Just kidding.
But I don't know. That's like one example I can think of maybe when reports were like way off the mark, but I can't really think of anything else. Like usually what leaks out, I mean, not 100%, but like usually it's close to what.
No, it was funny. When I was watching this one YouTuber talk about the Call of Duty rumor news, he was like, in the video, he was all like, "Oh, you know, there's no way that this rumor report could be false. I mean, why would these gaming reports give us false information?" And I'm just like, all right, I guess you haven't been in the gaming news for a while, buddy.
Yeah.
Why? He's like, why would they lie? Man, this guy must believe anything they say. I'm gonna email this guy my PayPal account and ask him for some money. Tell him that I'll give him something in return.
There's gotta be like a GameStop like standee thing somewhere that has this like information on it, whether there's a single player or not. You know?
Oh, I mean, maybe. I mean, for Black Ops 4, maybe not yet. But
I mean, usually there's like a poster or something that will like break down the modes, like get zombies and multiplayer or something like that. You know,
they probably simply haven't printed them out yet, or maybe they are printed out and they're just not out yet.
Well, that's what I mean. That's how a lot of stuff leaks out, is that they print out a lot of these promo materials and they send them to GameStop and they say don't open the box until whatever date, and then of course somebody
but people open
the
them anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just gonna have to wait.
I mean, if it's like the box art, it's going to have to say it, right? If the box art, it's going to have to say, like, this is
right
player only, or this is online only, or whatever.
Like a friggin' Buzz Lightyear figure.
Oh, yeah, open the box. What is it?
It's freaking toy. What was that? Al's Toy Barn?
Al's Toy Barn.
Yeah, if the video games are freaking sold there. Man, an Al's Toy Barn in 2018 would probably close down. Toys R Us is gone. Al's Toy Barn's gone. Or if Al's Toy Barn just goes like the hipster route, it's just like an independent toy.
Is this gonna be like a story point in Toy Story 4? Is that Al's Toy Barn's closing down?
I would not be surprised.
And all the toys are being sold for like liquidation. You know, like oh, mark down all the toys. You know.
Well, you never know. I mean, I heard Toy Story 4's story was being retooled, but I think it's still about why Bo Peep was not in Toy Story 3. And you know, it's supposed to be a romantic comedy or something. So there you go.
Something.
I heard the story's being retooled again.
So
but
I don't know what the hell it's gonna be.
They said romantic comedy with trying to find Bo Peep or something.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but now it's.
That was a long time ago, but ever since the writers left and everything, then the story's being rewritten. You never know. But yeah.
Could just be about that.
Man.
But
it's a good episode.
Good episode. I mean, we're
This is
already
a
at
good
the 1
episode.
hour 25-minute mark, so
This is a good episode.
maybe we can start
It's
wrapping.
probably one of the greater episodes.
This is a good episode. I like this episode. We talked a lot about some good stuff.
Saucy stuff. I mean, we'll hold off one question that we have here for next week because it does deal with some future hardware stuff.
Future.
We've been looking into a little bit of the current future, but the not too distant future, but we're going to look into the distant future next episode. So, ABC 90 Cal, your questions will be and Scott Boss, your second question will be answered next week. So we're going to tease you with that.
There you go.
Because we simply do not have the time.
So there you go. Tune in for that. We'll have those questions. We'll have some God of War impressions. And like you said, like we said, if you have God of War questions, you can send that to us for next week.
Yes, either on the PSN box, which I've been getting still, and yeah, that's preferably the way because I mean I get the notification right away on my phone, and I just screenshot them and then put the screenshot in the Notes app on my phone, and then there you go.
There you go.
Easy.
But with that, this has been the PSBS PlayStation Blizzard Podcast, episode 102. I'm your host, Code T. PS Bible. Coach here is.
And Arena Double S. Everybody have a fantastic week. Get excited. Infinity War's next week. Yes. I cannot believe it. And
God of War's on
have fun with God of War this week. Stay safe.
Yes.
Look both ways before crossing the road, and have fun.
Yeah. Go do all that. Go play some God of War and all that. And yeah, thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Okay.